Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is the AWS Zero to Master series, and in this series we are focusing on the AWS, all the services, how we can create those services in the AWS perspective. So coming to the today's session, like we are going to be see what is the instance type available on the AWS and how we can change the existing EC2 instance type on the AWS console. So let us start. So on the AWS side, like they are providing that multiple category, and each category they are providing that different size for our different workloads. Like basically, if you can see that each category they are providing that different kind of CPU counts and the different memory and different kind of IOPS. We can get it on that storage level, and the network bandwidth also will be changed. So, in the today's session, we will focus on that some of the AWS categories, instance categories, and then we will start out to like change how we can change our EC2 instance size on the AWS. So, so general purpose is the one of the instance size category. So there, basically, if we need a balancing our compute and memory and network resources for our workload, like we can go with the general purpose. It is the most commonly used that for all kind of workloads. So basically, if you can see the use cases for the general purpose, if it is that open source application or like if any kind of microservices or gaming services we are going to be like use it, we can go with the general purpose. So the main main thing we can notice, like if you need a, like any kind of high number of like CPU performance, or if you need any kind of like memory optimized server, like the general purpose will not be like suitable for those workloads. So if you can see, these all are that general purpose instance size, and each size you can see like they are providing that different different instance size. So based on our requirement, we can choose it whatever we want. So the another one, like the compute optimized. So the optimized means nothing but if you need like any kind of high performance workload should be run it on the AWS EC2. The compute optimized is the one of the best option we can choose it. So basically, like if it is a high performance web server, or if you are going to do the batch processing, or any machine learning process, or high performance like a server, or in any kind of dedicated server, if you require for that high performance uh, hardware, so that you can go with the compute optimized. So basically, these all are the like sizes. Each sizes they are providing the different sizes, like medium, large, X large. So each size we can get it the different kind of like network bandwidth and the EBS. And another one, the commonly used like the memory optimized. So basically, if you require that more memory for your server, for your application purpose, you can go with the memory optimized. So the use cases will be like if you are doing that any in-memory caches, like it will be helpful. Apart from that, if you are using that any real-time big data analytics or open source database. So these are the few like use cases we can use it. If you are using this kind of like workload, the memory optimized is the best option we can go with that. So like these all are the R series, and that like X series is that memory optimized. Each size that they are providing the same with different size. So apart from that, like one more I think that storage optimized is the one of the instance category. So this will be like basically will provide that higher number of read and write like IFs in that local disk level. So basically, if you required like more read and write operation for your workload, like if you are using that any kind of like large number of data set on the local disk, maybe it will be suitable for your workload. So it will be provide that like with low latency and like a high number of read and write operation for the disk level. So basically, like whenever you record any kind of like higher number of input output operation intensive application, you can go with this storage optimized. It will be helpful. So these all are the categories, and this is the generally they are providing the different sizes in the each category. So now we will see about that the basic documentation what they are providing in the AWS console. Then we will start out to change our instance on the AWS. So let me switch into that console. So I'll just paste this the documentation so that you can understand that like what are the services available to choose the best sizing for the EC2. Maybe it will be helpful. So basically, these all are the service, few of the categories we have been discussed. So apart from that, they are providing that multiple some of the categories. Each category we can see. So if you can see, like if you are taking the general, these all are the sizing, and each sizing they are providing the different size, and you can get that all the details, including the network bandwidth and the EBS, like everything. So apart from that, if you need to know about your processor model and everything, here you can just get it what type of SSD you are going to be get it, and what is the processor they are using. So this kind of in-depth knowledge you can get it on that. Portal level if you are if you need to be know about that, and basically they are providing these kind of sizes for each series. If you are opening that example M4 you can see that these many sizes they are providing, and how many processors they are providing, everything you can get it. I'll just pasting this link on that command section. Maybe you can get it to know about more on this. So coming to that console. So before change the instance type on the AWS console, here you can see on the AWS EC2 console level, you can see one of the option called the instance type. Here also we can see that all the available instance type, and each instance how many memories they are providing, how many storages they are providing, and the network performance, how we can get it. For example, I am just clicking on that any of the one. Okay. Okay, I'm just click on that C3. So if you can see that you can get it that C3 large. This is the large family, and what are the supported root device like instance store and EBS. Don't worry about that. This I will be explain you in that once we started working on that EBS and EFS. So that compute level you can check it how many cores they are providing, and valid threads, and like uh, how many threads we can use it, and the virtual CPU. Along with that network level, what are the availability zones available under this size, and along with that, you can get it that how much the performance we can get it, and the storage level you can see that storage, and pricing also you can get it on demand price, how it will become for the Red Hat Linux, and the Linux pricing, and the Windows pricing, and the SUSE Linux pricing. So these are all the details basically we can get it if you are on the AWS EC2 page. So that based on this size we can choose the best size. So apart from that, yeah, if you have any scenarios in your existing workloads, or any existing EC2 unit to be change it the instance type. So basically, this will be occurred in the common cases. Like if you are working in an organization, suddenly your manager or boss calling you to change the instance type from T2 or T4 or something. So that you need to be be aware of that how we can change it, and how it will be impact our instance. So this kind of knowledge we should be getting. So first one, when we are going to change that instance type on the AWS, so we can't change it in that when the machine is powered off. So basically we need to be powered off the machine, and then only we can change it. So if you need to be change that instance size, you should be get that enough downtime for the workload, because if the EC2 instance is part of that any production environment or anything, you should it will be affect our production workloads. So that's the reason you should be get some downtime. Otherwise, you can do it on the non-business hours or any weekend time. So to basically to change that instance type, just click on the instance and go to that action. And if you can see that instance setting. So here you can see change instance type. This is one of the like option we can change it. But right now it has been disabled since the machine has been running. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be power up the machine. First I'm just stopping the instance. So the machine getting stopped. Right now, I just deployed this machine as a T2 micro. Let me check it that size. Okay, T2 micro. Yeah, you can see the instance type is T2 micro. Now we are going to change the instance type. Now mission has been stopped. So what we are going to do, we are going to be change the instance size using that action and go to your instance setting. And now you can see the option has been enabled. So just click on that change instance setting. So you can see that existing instance type. Now I'm going to do instead of T2 micro, I'm going to do the T2 medium or something medium. Okay. Like you can see, I'm using the T2 micro. It is a part of the EC2 free tier. If I'm just changing, like it will be like chart something for the instance type. So I'm going to leave it no issues. So here, basically, you can see that the price, how much it will be charged for the T2 and T3 micro, the comparison, and that if you are using that Windows, and how many CPUs and memory you are getting, and network performance. So this kind of comparison you can get it. So if you are okay with that, you can just click on that apply. It will take like few minutes to update all the things. Basically, then you can just start the instance once it will be ready. So just yeah, now you can see the instance type has been changed successfully. So okay, now you can see the start instance. We can see. So basically, this is the way we can change our instance type in the real environment. If we need any requirement to change the instance type, we can go it and we can power up the machine and we can change it. So before changing the instance type, we should be like aware of that the downtime required to change that instance type. If it is that like not if it is a low level of workloads, we can do it immediately. If it is any high level of workloads running on that EC2 instance, maybe it will take to start that like application or software level inside the EC2 that will affect our environment. So that be sure about that. So now the machine is up and running. So that's all about my today's session. So still, if you required any help or any support about that instance type, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll just take you up on that upcoming session. So once again, thanks for watching the videos, and we will see you in that upcoming session.